Hey everyone, it's a Phoam Ranger here, another episode of Phoam Ranger Sports. This episode we're recapping the Mountain Conference Women's Semifinals. The first one featured the 9th seed Air Force Falcons against the 5th seed of Boise State Broncos. It was a tightly contested game throughout the whole match. Unfortunately for the Broncos, they came out just short, losing 68-66. There was a lot of scoring in the final minute or so with the timeouts being allowed to advance and ball up the court. Broncos did have a last second opportunity. We got an offensive board to Libby. Again, a sophomore, she thought she could pass it over to maybe Danny or Tatum or Natalie to get an assist on the game-winning three. Unfortunately, they were not able to get the shot up in time. A good learning experience from her in a situation like that. Probably should have gone right back up with the ball, shot it, maybe scored, maybe get fouled, run and one, get an old-fashioned three-point play that way, but unfortunately, didn't. It's not entirely on her because with about 36 seconds left, with 3 timeouts, Boise State got what's for a 5-second count, and Gordy decided not to call a timeout on that one. Was wanting to save it for a later opportunity. Maybe that could have saved that possession. Maybe the Broncos score on that one. Maybe get a 3. Maybe that could have changed the complexion of the final 45 seconds or so. As Broncos on point in the final 45, found the Seminoles down 5 points. Then they got down to 4, 3, 2, 1 point. They're down 1 point. Then Air Force on the last free throw attempts went 1 out 2 front line to make it 68-66. So in terms of the offenses for both teams, Air Force's last field goal came with 2:08 left in the game on the jumper by number 2 Perry, which made the score 63-57 advantage Air Force. Their last lead was 68-66 with 10 seconds left. Their largest lead was 9 points, 18-9 with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Their largest run was 9-0. For the Broncos, their last field goal was a jumper by Tatum to get the Broncos within 2 at 65-63. Broncos' last lead was a 3-point lead with 6:26 left, 57-54. Broncos' largest lead was 5 points with 2:34 left in the first half, 28-23. Broncos' largest run was 8-0. Since Air Force is a visiting team, we'll go their stats first. Starts off with number 1 Alexis Cortez on the game. She had 9 points, was 2 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 4 from range, and 3 of 4 from the stripe. Had 3 boards, 3 assists, 2 fouls, a turnover, block, and a steal in 38 minutes. Number 2, Melanie Perry. She is getting the Phoam Ranger Player of the Game honors because she could not stop scoring. She had a specific shot she loved. She would continue to do it, and Broncos had no answer defensively for it. She scored a game-high 27 points on 10 of 22 from the floor, 2 of 6 from range, and 5 of 8 from the stripe. She had 6 assists as well as 2 turnovers in 38 minutes. Jada McNabb, number 10, had 5 points. She was 2 of 5 from the floor, 0 for 2 from range. Made an and 1, had 2 offensive total boards, 6 assists, 4 fouls, 2 turnovers, and a block in 30 minutes. Brett Clay, number 14, had 3 points, was 1 of 3 from range, 1 offensive, 4 total boards, 2 assists, 3 fouls in 37 minutes. Number 31, Emily Adams, one of the top offensive players. And again, the past 2 games, she was getting like 31 points, 30 plus points a game. She fouled out in the game in 27 minutes. She had 9 points on 4 of 8 shooting, 1 of 2 from the stripe, 3 offensive, 7 total boards, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and 4 steals in 27 minutes. Jordy Devon, number 0, was 0 for 1 from range, had an offensive board and assist in 3 minutes. Number 11, Ava Love, no stats in 2 minutes, and Keely O'Halloran had 15 points. On 5-11 shooting, was 4 of 8 from range and 1 of 2 from the stripe. Had a board, 3 fouls, 2 steals in 26 minutes. As a team, they had 68 points on 24-56 shooting for 43%, 9 of 24 from range for 38%, and 11 of 17 from the stripe for 65%. 9 offensive, 26 total boards, 19 assists, 17 fouls, 9 turnovers, 2 blocks, 7 steals. 15 bench points, 26 paint points, 9 points off our turnovers, 10 second chance points, 6 fast break points, 8 of 11 from layups. There were 6 ties, 6 lead changes, 63 possessions, scored 30 times, 1.08 points per possession. Scored 48% of the time, turned it over 14% of the time. They led for 20 minutes 4 seconds, trailed for 12:31, and were tied for 7 minutes 21 seconds. In the first half, Cortez had 5 points, 1 of 3 overall, was 1 of 1 from range and hit both free throw opportunities, 1 board, 3 assists, 1 turnover. Perry with 11 points on 4-10 shooting, 2 of 3 from range and 1 of 2 from the stripe, 2 assists, 1 turnover. McNabb, 3 points, 1 of 3 from the floor, 0 for 1 from range and made an and 1, 2 offensive, 5 total boards, 4 assists, 3 fouls, 2 turnovers. Clay was 0 for 2 from range with a board, 2 fouls. Adams, 5 points, 2 of 5 from the floor, 1 of 2 from the stripe, 2 offensive, 3 total boards, 3 fouls, 2 steals. Devon was 0 for 1 from range with an offensive board and an assist. Love, 2 minutes and no stats, and O'Halloran had 5 points, 2 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 4 from range, a board, a foul, and 2 steals. In the first half, Air Force had 29 total points. There were 10 of 30 overall, 4 of 12 from range, and 5% from the stripe for 71%. 6 offensive, 14 total boards, 10 assists, 9 fouls, 5 turnovers, 4 steals. First quarter as a team, 18 points on 7 of 15 shooting for 47%, 3 of 8 from range for 38%, and hit their lone free throw attempts, 3 offensive, 7 total boards, 7 assists, 2 fouls, 3 turnovers, and a steal. Second quarter, 11 points on 3 of 15 shooting, 1 of 4 from range, and 4 of 6 from the stripe. 3 offensive, 7 total boards, 3 assists, 7 fouls, 2 turnovers, and 3 steals. In the first half, 5 bench points, 10 paint points, 4 points off turnovers, and 9 second chance points. In the second half, Cortez with 4 points on 1 of 3 from range and 1 of 2 from the stripe, 2 boards, 2 fouls, a block, and a steal. Perry really exploded for 16 points, was 6 of 12 overall, 0 for 3 from range and 4 of 6 from the stripe, 4 assists, and a turnover. McNabb with 2 points, was 1 of 2 from the floor, 0 for 1 from range, 2 boards, 2 assists, 1 foul, and 1 block. Clay with 3 points, made a lone field goal attempt, which was a 3-pointer, 1 offensive, 3 total boards, 2 assists, 1 foul. Adams with 2 points, 2 of 3 from the floor, 1 offensive, 4 total boards, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and the 2 fouls in second half fouled her out. Devon didn't play, nor did Love, and O'Halloran with 10 points, 3 of 5 from the floor, 3 of 4 which were from range, and 1 of 2 from the stripe, and 2 fouls. Air Force second half, 39 points, 14 of 26 from the floor for 54%, 5 of 12 from range for 42%, 6 of 10 from the stripe. 3 offensive, 12 total boards, 9 assists, 8 fouls, 4 turnovers, 2 blocks, 3 steals. Third quarter, 18 points scored, 8 of 16 from the floor, 2 of 8 from range, 2 offensive, 5 total boards, 5 assists, 2 fouls, a block, and a steal. Fourth quarter, 21 points, 6 of 10 from the floor, 3 of 4 from range, and 6 of 10 from the stripe, 1 offensive, 7 total boards, 4 assists, 6 fouls, 4 turnovers, a block, 2 steals. 10 bench points, 16 paint points, 5 points off turnovers, 1 second chance point. And for the Broncos, in the game, Team Thompson had 10 points on 5 of 6 shooting, 0 from 1 from range. 3 boards, 2 assists, 2 fouls, 1 turnover and block at 30 minutes. Danny Bays also had 10 points, 2 of 6 from the floor. Made a lone 3-point attempt. It was 5 of 7 from the stripe. Again, in that final minute, she did miss 2 free throws. Those are a little huge. I mean, there are a couple other misses as well in this kind of game. You would love to have those free throws made. She also had a board and assist, 4 fouls with turnover and steal in 23 minutes. I'd say that Air Force also did a really good job defensively against the Broncos. Again, Danny was only able to shoot 1 3, and they really hounded Maya and Natalie as well. Because out of the big 3 3-point shooters, Danny was the only one who made a 3. And the Broncos in the game, because of how well Air Force's D was at containing us, we only shot 3 threes all game. So back to Libby Hunton. She scored 25 points to lead the Broncos, 10 of 17 from the floor, 5 of 6 from the stripe. Again, a lot of hers were misses were from inside, especially with some layup attempts. 3 offensive, 7 total boards, 1 assist, 2 fouls, 1 turnover in 37 minutes. Maya Hansen with 6 points, 2 of 9 from the floor, 0 from out from range, and 2 of 3 from the stripe. 1 offensive, 6 total boards, 4 assists, 1 foul, 4 turnovers in 37 minutes. Natalie had 3 points, was 1 of 4 from the floor, 1 of 2 from the stripe, 1 offensive, 6 total boards, 4 assists, 1 foul, 2 turnovers, 2 steals in 35 minutes. Morgan had 4 points, hit both field goal attempts, 2 boards, 1 assist, 2 foul, 1 turnover, and 1 steal in 15 minutes. Izzy played 5 minutes with an assist. Mason with 6 points, 3 of 4 from the floor, 2 boards in 10 minutes. Kenneth had 2 points, hit both free throw attempts with a foul in 3 minutes. And Jada Lewis, 0 for 1 from the floor with a board and assist, 2 fouls in 5 minutes. One interesting strategy that the Broncos did was at one point they had 2 bigs on the floor. And Broncos offense was actually doing pretty good, but they went away from that completely in the second half. And we struggled a bit, so maybe if we, especially in like the final minute or minute and a half, went back to the strategy of having 2 bigs like Tame Thompson or Libby Hunter with Mason Borcherding or Kenneth Garza on the floor, maybe we could have won 2. Especially with how our offensive philosophy in this game, because of Air Force's defense, really forced us to work inside more. Again, in the game, only 3 threes attempted the whole game, which is a bit of a rarity for Boise State women's basketball. But still, if it was that kind of game, then we really need to have 2 bigs down low, like 2 centers. And again, it was working pretty well for the Broncos, and Broncos ever back to that in the second half, and maybe that was a miscalculation by the coaching staff. Maybe they went back to that in the second half. Maybe we win that game too. Again, though, Air Force play like a team on the destiny. Anyway, I'll get back more to that after I finish up these stats. Again, 66 total points for the Broncos, 25-49 from the floor for 51%, 1 of 3 from range, and 15 of 20 from the stripe for 75%, 7 offensive, 33 total boards, 15 assists, 15 fouls, 13 turnovers, 1 block, 4 steals, 15, what the heck? 12 bench points, 46 paint points, 4 points off turnovers, 8 second chance points, 3 fast break points. When the killers was the Broncos on layups were 19 of 35. The Broncos tied the game 4 times, took the lead 6 times, 63 possessions, 33 scores, 1.05 points per possession, scored 52% of the time, turned over 21% of the time. In the first half, Tatum only had 2 points, was 1 of 2 from the floor, 0 for 1 from range with a board and a foul and a block. Danny with 5 points, 2 of 4 from the floor, made her lone 3-pointer, which was the only 3 she attempted all game. 1 board, 1 assist, 2 fouls, 1 turnover. Libby with 14 points, was 5 of 9 from the floor, hit all 4 free throws, 1 offensive, 2 total boards, 1 foul, 1 turnover. Maya with 1 point, 0 for 1 from range, and 1 of 2 from stripe, 4 boards, 1 assist, 2 turnovers. Natalie with 1 point, 0 for 1 from the floor, 1 of 2 from the stripe, 2 boards, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals. Morgan with 4 points, hit both field goal attempts with 2 boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and a steal. Mason with 2 points, made 1 field goal attempt with 2 boards. Ken had 2 points, made both free throw attempts and a foul. Jada was 0 for 1 from the floor with the board, assist, and a foul. In the first half, Broncos with 31 points, 11 of 21 for 52% overall, 1 of 3 from range, and 8 of 10 from the stripe. 2 offensive, 18 total boards, 6 assists, 6 fouls, 9 turnovers, 1 block, 3 steals. First quarter, 11 points, 5 11 from the floor for 46%, 0 for 1 from range, and made their only free throw attempt. 1 offensive, 6 total boards, 2 assists, 1 foul, 6 turnovers, 1 block, 2 steals. Second quarter, 20 points, 6 of 10 from the floor, 1 of 2 from range, and 7 9 from the stripe. 1 offensive, 12 total boards, 4 assists, 5 fouls, 3 turnovers, and a steal. 8 bench points, 20 paint points, 2 points off turnovers, and 2 second chance points in the first half. And for the second half, Tatum had 8 points, hit all 4 field goal attempts, 2 boards, 2 assists, 1 foul, 1 turnover. Then with 5 points, 0 for 2 from the floor, was 5 of 7 from the stripe. 2 fouls and a steal. Libby with 11 points was 5 of 8 from the floor, 1 of 2 from the stripe. 2 offensive, 5 total boards, 1 assist, 1 foul. Maya with 5 points, 2 of 8 from the floor. Made her lone free throw attempt, which was an and 1 offensive, 2 total boards, 3 assists, 1 foul, 2 turnovers. Nelly with 2 points, 1 of 3 from the floor, 1 offensive, 4 total boards, 2 assists, 1 foul. Morgan played 2 minutes, committed 2 fouls in the final minute. Tried to keep the Broncos in the game and tried to give the Broncos opportunities to either tie or take the lead. Izzy played 5 minutes with 1 assist. Mason 4 points, 2 of 3 from the floor. In the second half, Broncos 35 points on 14 of 28 from the floor, 7 of 10 from the stripe, 5 offensive, 15 total boards, 9 assists, 9 fouls, 4 turnovers, and a steal. Third quarter, 19 points, 9 of 15 from the floor for 60%, 1 of 2 from the stripe, 3 offensive, 9 total boards, 7 assists, 1 foul, 1 turnover. In the fourth quarter, 16 points, 5 of 13 from the floor for 39%, 6 of 8 from the stripe, 2 offensive, 6 total boards, 2 assists, 8 fouls, 3 turnovers, and a steal. 4 bench points, 26 paint points, 2 points off turnovers, and 6 second chance points. So, yep, unfortunately, right now, this season is over. But that can change on Selection Sunday because I think the Broncos have a real strong opportunity and chance to make the women's NIT field as an at-large. Right now they're 25-9, 14-6. I think they take the top, or for at-larges, they take teams who are in the top 120 of the women's net rankings. Right now, Boise State is 121st, so maybe they could sneak in, depending on what else happens in women's basketball. I mean, maybe the Broncos can't sneak their way in. They're more than deserving of the WNIT bid. Right now, the Broncos are 25-9. Air Force is 16-17. Again, in terms of by quarter scoring, Air Force won the first quarter 8-11. Broncos won second quarter 20-11 to go into halftime up 9. Then third quarter, the Broncos won 18-19. Then fourth quarter, Air Force won 21-16 to win the game. This was the Broncos' second loss in the season while out-rebound the opponent. Broncos are 4-1 their orange unis. 46 bench points in this game were a season high. Of note, the Broncos are the only conference team with 3 players with 400 plus points a season. Tane Thompson's 42, Natalie Pascal's 425, Danny Bays is 14. The only D1 teams with more such players than the Broncos this season are South Carolina with 4 and UCLA with 4. This was Air Force's 6th win all-time against the Broncos. The Broncos still lead 26-6. My Hansen tied her season high in boards with 6. Libby Hudnett tied career high 25 points. She notched a career high 10 field goals. In the first quarter, Libby scored 64% of the Broncos' points in the first quarter. And Tane Thompson's rebounds gave her 50 for her Mountain West tournament career, as she is the only active Mountain West player with 50-plus boards in the tournament. And as mentioned, this is basically the team of destiny for Air Force, because again they came in as a 9th seed and now they are going to be playing in the conference title game. And the Air Force Women are the first basketball program from the Air Force Academy in Mountain West history to play in the Mountain West Conference Championship. And they will be competing against Colorado State tonight at 6:30 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. So if you're a Boise State and a Pac-12 fan, you want to cheer for Colorado State because a lot of the Mountain West the remaining Mountain West teams are going to be pulling for Air Force. So again, if you're Boise State and going to be a fan of the Pac-12, going forward, you want to cheer for Colorado State tonight. So that way the Mountain West winner this year, the women's side, is going to be a departing Pac-12 member. So back to Pac. So again, a heartbreaking 68-66 hard-fought loss for the Bronco Women. They're going to be sweating out Selection Sunday for maybe an NCAA tournament at-large bid or a WNIT at-large bid. I mean, I think the team would want to still play this year because they got an incredible group of seniors and also a really talented underclassmen core, and would definitely be beneficial for them to get even more experience playing postseason basketball. And I think Boise State might be high enough in the seedings for the WNIT if they get selected to maybe host a game or two. So maybe Bronco Nation can still see these seniors play on the Playing Extra Mile arena maybe one or two more times this season, should the Broncos get and accept an invite to play in the WNIT this year. Keep my fingers crossed for that.